We are called on the water, past our fears, our guilt, and our insecurities. Called to a place so foreign and uncomfortable that it's hard to believe we can stand in our own convictions. We are called to trade in our fear for faith so that God can truly use us for His glory.
But it's hard to imagine that God could use someone so broken and flawed as us. In Matthew 14:22-33, Jesus calls Peter to step out of the boat in order to truly follow the Lord's calling for his life. Jesus calls out to Peter with one word: come. Without hesitation, Peter steps out on the water and walks closer toward Jesus. So often we look at this story in Matthew as a time when Peter lost sight of Jesus and began to sink. We quickly overlook just how incredible Peter's faith was to begin with.
Think about it. Peter could have stayed in the boat and said, "This is good enough. See, I have the security of this world, and I also have Jesus." But that's not what he said. Peter didn't settle for good enough. He realized that the temporary comforts of this world are nothing in comparison to growing closer to Jesus.
We see our comfort zones as a place of security, a life raft holding us up and keeping us safe from the rough waters surrounding us. But in reality, our comfort zone is an anchor that holds us back and keeps us from God's unique plans for our lives.
Peter knew he had a greater call in his life than staying in the boat. Jesus called him, and he came. Peter knew that he didn't have to have everything set out to step out in his faith.
He doesn't expect us to be perfect. He doesn't expect us to have it all figured out. He doesn't even expect us to stay above the waters. But he does expect us to trust him enough to abandon our lives of comfort in order to draw near to him and fully live out his calling for our lives. We can't be held back by the thoughts of, I'm not smart enough, I'm not cool enough, I'm not pretty enough, or I'm not good enough.
Because God doesn't call the equipped, He equips the called. Jesus is calling you to step out on your faith and walk on the water.
We hope this gives you a glimpse of what God has laid on our hearts these past several months and are so excited to see where He takes it from here. But enough from us, we want to see how you are stepping out and walking on the water. We'd love for you to visit our website and send in stories of how you are stepping out in your faith.
So friends, let's stand together. Let's step out of our boat and let's walk on the water.